And on a similar note, Andy, have you seen examples where we can go too far with task analysis and include too many details?
Yeah, I think that's a temptation, a challenge that we always have. I think maybe it's partly because we're all techie type people and we know the devil's in the detail, so we go straight to the detail. And it's often how we set off. So, we'll say, how do we do this task, right? The first thing we have to do is go and open that valve. And then once you've started at that level of detail on step one, you feel you have to write every little valve movement, even to the point where, and it's important that valve opens. So we'll send someone to check that it's open. So then we end up with almost twice as many steps because we're doing something and we're checking it. Now, the key point is sometimes that's really important, and so, yes, if it's a valve that's particularly critical, that's open, given an open signal from the control room, but it's really critical it opens, yes, we will send someone to check it. So the problem with putting too much detail in is that those subtleties, those where it's really important can get lost. So I know that's why our task analysis approach is hierarchical. We start with what are the main activities that we're setting out to achieve, not what's the first valve we have to go and open. It's that hierarchical approach is what the task analysis method gives us, and what the software can help us with as well. And it's making sure we have the right details, and there is a judgment call to be made, as always. And as like Lorraine's already said, it does depend on what you want to get out of it as well. So often what I'm doing is process safety. So we need to make sure that we are focusing where the process safety issues are, and clearly if we get bogged down on other aspects of the task, the danger is we'll either miss the process safety bit completely, or it will get lost in the melee. And as far as sort of a guideline of what's the right level of detail to go to, I always say you can think of somebody, a competent person coming from another location. Would they understand that task description? So it's not necessarily me or any of us in the room or the man or woman in the street. It's that person who already has the basic level of understanding. So not only would they understand the task, but would they also recognise where the hazards are and what the risk controls are that we've got in place?